Okay, guys. So recently the NFL draft happened, and I kind of watched like most of the draft, mostly just the Bears picks because I am a Chicago Bears fan. So I was just kind of watching the draft absent-mindedly, as like most people do, and something like came up often to me that kind of didn't make me like sit right, and it was like just something that made me like think about this topic as a whole, and that's gambling. I can't lie to you guys. I've really been noticing like an uptick in like gambling in our society. And I think most people can notice it too. Because I'm sitting here, watching the NFL draft and randomly, like in between picks, there will just be an ad about like, I don't know, you guys know the websites, Kalshi, Holly Market, all those types of websites where it's just like gambling just on anything. And these ads are just everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, I was just watching the draft absentmindedly, and randomly there was just this ad that was just like, who will be drafted fifth overall or whatever, and it was just like a random ad, and it's like just gambling on just random stuff that like doesn't matter, and that just kind of starts to make me think like, what's with all this gambling? And you guys didn't know I'm also a really big UFC fan. So I also notice this a lot when watching UFC fights. Every single time there's a fight night or an event, there will just be ads everywhere about gambling. You can barely even get into a couple seconds of a fight before like the odds from like Kalshi or Polymarket or whatever the new gambling site is, just like about the odds. Like it's barely even 30 seconds into a fight, and I just got some ad telling me, oh, who's the underdog, who's the favorite. And it doesn't help that these like ads are like AI just like slop. I know you guys have seen them if like you guys watch UFC or you just like watch, just TV in general. You'll see these like AI like slop ads that are just about like the next new like gambling site, and like it's so crazy. It even happened like during the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is even like a bigger part of this. I remember in the Super Bowl it was like crazy. Everybody was like betting an egregious amount of money on just like the most random things. Like will there be like things that don't even matter, like will, I don't know, Bad Bunny like speak in Spanish. I don't know, it was just so stupid. Just random like gambling stuff that like doesn't even like have to do with like football or anything. And I'm just sitting here like, why is there just like gambling everywhere? And like I know like it's ads and whatever, but it just feels so weird to me that, as a society, gambling has become so normalized with all these like, yeah, they're funny, like these websites like Kalshi where you can literally bet on everything. But it just feels so odd to me that like, maybe you'll get a couple like DraftKings ads back in the day about like who will win the football game. But now it's like every single like sports event, you'll just get blasted with DraftKings and Polymarket ads. And like this issue, in my opinion, goes like beyond sports. But I'll keep talking about sports for right now. Like I swear, whenever I'm watching any sort of sporting event or like any sort of event that could like involve betting, like just regular betting, just gets like bombarded with like gambling ads and just anything about gambling, and it's crazy to me because like if you like if you like really think about it, like a lot of these ads aren't really just targeting like, I don't know, like the 22-year-old that's on his couch drinking beer and has like a couple bucks and he wants to bet. It's not just them, but they're like targeting kids with these ads. I'll even get even more deeper into that topic later, but like these ads that are just being blasted everywhere, they're clearly not just for adults. You're seeing like all these like, I don't really know where I'm getting here, but like all just these crazy ads, and like it's not even like, it's just like it doesn't feel normal to me, Like just everywhere, it's just gambling, gambling, Kalshi, Polymarket, just everywhere. And I swear to you guys, like, watching like the NFL or like UFC events a year or two ago, there was just like not as much like of a gambling like I don't know, like like a huge like influx of like gambling ads and stuff that's like promoting you to gambling. But now I feel like it's gone from just like the regular DraftKings ad to like, I don't know, some like ad about some new AI site that you can gamble on. Like it really is stupid to me how like, I'm like, if you want to gamble, that's cool. But like they're like every single ad break on a sporting event, especially UFC, doesn't have to be just about gambling. It's insane to me how like I'll just be like absentmindedly watching like anything, and then just randomly I'm hit with like an ad about gambling, and it's like, and it like wouldn't really bother me, like just like the regular DraftKings ads don't bother me, but like with like Kalshi and Polymarket, they're making these ads just like with AI just like slop, and like nobody likes AI, and like it just makes it worse. Like cool gambling ad, but like gambling ad that's like cheaply made and just trying to get like clicks just doesn't make sense to me, because clearly all these like AI cartoons and slop, they're clearly like just not only appealing to like the like I don't know, like just the regular old man on his couch that's just trying to bet on the Colts or Bears game. It's just like it's clearly made to like start targeting younger audiences with all like the cartoon graphics. And there's a specific ad that I've seen from UFC events, and it's the Polymarket one where it's like a bunch of these AI like generated like doll guys that are in like they look like action figures. They're not like regular like AI generated people. They're just like action figures that talk about gambling and like bets, and like if aura is a statistic. Like you're not targeting like regular just old guys, like middle-aged guys who are just trying to spend some money on gambling. That's not like, you're not targeting those people with ads that talk about is aura a statistic or like mannequins and AI slot. You are not targeting like older people. You are definitely targeting like the younger demographic. And it's just kind of like really crazy to me that like it's kind of changed from just like, you know, regular DraftKings ads, and you'll still get those. I'm just kind of going in full circle here. But now you're getting like all these like AI slop ads that are just true, like clearly just trying to be like over processed and just getting tons and tons of ads everywhere. And it like it works for them. They have so much money to the point where they can just blast like any sort of like event or like show, or like if it has ads, you're probably eventually going to get hit with a Kalshi Polymarket ad. Like even more at sports events, I swear, UFC, I literally never see any ads other than like gambling ads. It's just so crazy to me. Like as well too, this is another part I want to talk about with all the gambling. Like gambling sponsors on like YouTubers or like Instagram Reel people or TikTokers. It's so crazy to me how like I'll just be watching like a regular Instagram Reel, and then suddenly there's like, it'll just be like some funny video, and I know you guys know what type of videos I'm talking about here. Like the videos of like the dude that's like getting the homeless man to drink a buzz ball and all that stuff. Those videos are like funny to me, and I enjoy seeing those videos. But like what makes me like, I don't know, just kind of like feel off about the video is then the like the kid recording the video just like pulls out like the fucking like bombs like gambling game. And it's like so crazy to me how like gambling has become such like a prominent point in this world that we're getting these in like these entertaining like Instagram videos, and like you can even see them in TikToks all the time. Oh, shit. But yeah, there's just like gambling everywhere, especially on like any sort of social media. And a lot of the times too, and I don't want to sound like a nerd dork here, even though I kind of just am in general, like these like gambling ads, which are very clearly gambling ads, nobody's just gambling in their videos just to gamble really. They are obviously sponsored by these gambling apps where like they spin a wheel and then just like they make money and then like they do stuff. And like clearly these are ads. Like obviously they're not just like playing gambling in there for the fun of it. They don't need the gambling part for like these funny videos about giving like some homeless guy a buzz ball. It's very clearly an ad, and like, you know, once again, not to sound like an utter dork, that's not like legal. You can't just like put an ad about like some gambling site just on like a regular video without disclosing, hey, this is an ad. But clearly that's not what the industry wants. They don't want people to understand, hey, we are using these content creators as just a platform for us to get more gambling out to a younger audience. Because what like older guy, just think of like the stereotypical guy that you could think of that gambles, like some like drunk 40-year-old dude in his basement that's like betting on a sports game. That's not the market they're targeting anymore. The gambling market and all their advertisements are starting to target like a younger audience with all these like influencers and all this stuff. They're clearly like moving on from just like doing regular DraftKings ads and stuff into now like doing like ads for like younger people. And it's like really strange to me how like nobody's really noticing this. And hold on. Holy shit, I'm gonna die, guys. Hold on. But as I was saying, like, it just feels so predatory to me that we're like seeing like all these gambling companies going just from, I don't know, maybe a couple sports ads in there, to like mass producing these ads like on like every single social media site, just like blasting these younger audiences with gambling. And like everybody knows why they're doing this. It's really obvious. They're trying to desensitize oh shit. Hold on. They're trying to desensitize the younger generations into thinking, oh, gambling's cool, gambling's okay, just to fund their huge billion-dollar like industry. And it's crazy to me that like nobody's really like, I mean, maybe some people are talking about it, but it feels like nobody's really talking about how crazy all the gambling ads and stuff have been. Because for me, it's gotten to this point where I'm like, I see like some like obvious like gambling ad like in a video, and it just like turns me away from the video. I'm like, bro, like really? Like I don't want to watch these like gambling, like it's just like AI slot to me. Like I don't want to watch these gambling ad slot videos, which are just like these like it's obvious like these influencers are just getting a little bit of cash just to like profit off of these gambling sites that don't care who actually gamble because all they want is money. And maybe I am blowing this out of proportion, but to me it's like nothing different from like AI slop ads that just like blast younger generations with AI to think that watching like uncreative content is cool. And maybe that's just me being salty because like I only have like 10 subscribers and I don't do AI content. But still, it's really just kind of crazy to me that just like everything is AI and gambling now. But yeah, trying to think, what else is there really about all this gambling shit? Yeah, just kind of just wrapping it up. It's just crazy to me how there's just like feels so much AI and like gambling ads just everywhere now. And it just feels so weird to me how like we've gone from just seeing like regular gambling ads about like, I don't know, like once I said, like I keep repeating myself, but like DraftKings and all these like regular gambling sites, sports betting sites, to now we're just getting like these AI generated like gambling ads, and they're just like low effort and they're just like awful ads, and they just feel like, I don't know, just like slop, just like how AI slop is. But yeah, guys, I don't know, maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you around. Goodbye.